Hi, building an audience. As you all probably know by my all caps, I'm not a happy woman right now. And one of the reasons that I'm not a very happy woman right now is because so imagine I go all over and I talk to these kids, I talk to universities, talk to camps and whatnot. And even in the deaf community, I'm getting messages from people in the deaf community. We have gone somewhere way away from where we need to be. And let me just unpack this for you for a second. I've got people saying, you know what, Keisha, I can't even sit in here in solidarity with people because they view me as not part of this system and therefore I can't be a part of it. For example, let me just put this in a way that everybody can simply understand this. There's a thing going around now on Facebook saying, don't wear the pin. That you are a white person, that you won't understand and this and that. And so therefore, wearing the pin is just a way for you to whitewash off all of your white blah, blah, blah. Right now is not the time to divide the country and tell white women or anybody else that they cannot be part of this movement. You think that okay, first of all, let me just unpack this for you, okay? The majority, and this is how we have got to stop listening to the media. They said that the election was won by a majority of white women, right? Just like when Donald Trump's Fox News said the majority of African Americans don't work. What they didn't do is they didn't break that down. What that poll was about, which wasn't even accurate, was about kids in high school or that were going to college. And that their numbers were comparable to whites. So when they show you that poll and they say the majority of people that voted for Trump were white women, how about all the white women that voted for Hillary? How about all the white women that campaigned for Bernie Sanders? How about all the white women that marched from Selma to Washington, D.C.? But yet still I got these dumbass people saying, don't wear a pin because you don't understand? You think Donald Trump didn't insult white women? You think he didn't insult the gays when he talked about Rosie O'Donnell? So yes, let's do that. Let's tell a group of people to remove themselves that we need for this movement. Let's tell a group of people that vote, that they are not good enough. I want you to ask yourself right now, all those people that are out in the street, all those people, let's break down the numbers. How many people do you know that didn't vote? How many activists do you think I had to battle on college campuses telling to vote? And you're going to sit here and tell these white women that they're not good enough right now? We have 4 years of Donald Trump. I'm going to take a page from Malcolm X. Anybody that can help this movement is welcome. We have to stop with all this, they're white, they're this, they're that. And you know what the funny, crazy part about it is? Because nobody wants to talk to each other. I'm talking to people that have never, ever, ever, ever talked to, interacted with, or whatnot, besides in a group setting or out in public with a group that's different than themselves. You don't know what all white people think. You don't know what all black people think. You don't know what all Jewish people think. Now is not the time to divide us. You tell that guy from the Huffington Post that you have the luxury as a white man to write an article about people being divided and being mad at your white people for not telling their friends or their family about racism. But the truth of the matter is us black people have the same problem. Indian people have the same problem. Mexican people, Arabic people, everybody's talking shit about everybody. You tell that man from the Huffington Post that you can do more damage with your pen, not thinking. Now is the time. You think Bernie Sanders is sitting here talking about, oh my God, he's married to a white woman. Donald Trump is attacking all of us. But now you want to divide us? Wear the pen. Wear the pen. Somebody's going to shame you about saying, I don't stand with these values. Somebody's going to shame you for saying, hey, you know what? You feel some type of way. I got kids that come up to me and tell me, Keisha, I feel so in a box because I'm not part of this other group and I feel pushed out. Now is not the time to push out. It's so sad that we have a movement going on and we got to push people in. So you tell yourself, you ask yourself right now, where do you want to be? Because if you want to follow these activists, I'm going to tell you right now, you want to follow these activists, and I'm going to tell you, I could name drop names of activists that I had to fight tooth and nail just to say. I remember telling them, don't sit up here on this panel and tell these kids not to vote. I had activists. I had just got back from Haiti, just had surgery, had to do 3 panels, fighting this kid on a panel to tell him, because you're internet famous now. Somebody picked up a bullhorn and you think you got wisdom now. But you told, how many college campuses did you tell kids not to vote? How many times do you tell kids not to vote, not understanding that all that stuff that's on the ticket is stuff that can affect your community, but you so big and badass? I am pissed. I am pissed because somebody has told you, because you're a different group of people, that you can't stand. 60-something million people voted for Hillary Clinton. Before that, we had, I don't know how many millions of people that were for Bernie Sanders. So you ask yourself right now, if you want to go ahead and be shamed for wearing a pin, I say wear that pin. This is foolishness. Absolutely foolishness, and anybody else gives you a problem. As a matter of fact, you find that guy from the Huffington Post and you tell him that I want to talk to him personally. Anybody else shames you for wearing a pin, you tell him I said, fuck off.